And it's not because she's white. It's not because she's straight. It's because she's an unbelievable basketball player and talent. It's because she has a game style that we've never really seen before. We were watching last year's games. I promise you, I was watching Iowa women's basketball. Not because a woman out there that was playing was straight or white. It was because a woman was pulling up from half court looking like a Stephen Curry. She's like the Stephen Curry of women's basketball. It's not just because of her, blah, 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 blah. Last night our game was sold out and she didn't play. Last night we flew charter and she wasn't on that flight. Let's stop it. It's not a coincidence you guys are just now chartering flights her rookie year. If in sports were a band and they were in sync, she would be Justin Timberlake. She was the main attraction. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. All right? Not a coincidence. It's the Caitlin Clark effect.
We're not used to seeing women emotion like in the public like that, in the sport like that. Like we used to it being proper and and having sportsmanship and like you found somebody, you pick them up and say I'm sorry. Like we women, like we, you know what I mean? This is what we do, but basketball is different.
The women's game, they're just straight ballers, right? And first of all, what did you expect was going to happen to her? Number one, I don't think it's jealousy. Oh my God, she's getting all the endorsements. We're going to go after her. You're playing at the highest level. You're playing in the WNBA. You're coming from college and you're going to the pro ranks, right? What did she expect was going to happen? Why are people so shocked, right? You're playing against grown women. The same thing happened to us as rookies, right? Going against MJ, they're out there trying to embarrass you, right? It's nothing personal, right? It's just the level between college. First of all, you go from high school, and it's a learning curve when you go to college. And then from college, when you go to the highest level, it's going to be a learning curve. There's only so many rookies that's ever been successful.
These girls go out here and win a national championship, and all we want to talk about is a celebration that happened towards the end of the game. I'm here to tell y'all it's not a problem. It is what it is. This is basketball. It's a very competitive sport, and if I want to throw in your face after I beat you, you can't see me, guess what? Ain't nothing you can do about it. Caitlin Clark, you are incredible. Game changer. Angel Reese, champ. Keep talking your shit. Keep doing what you do. Keep winning and keep letting them hear about it. Keep letting them hear about it. Because guess what? When you lose, they gonna let you hear about it. So when you win, you let them hear about it. You keep doing your thing. Much respect, Queen. Much respect and congratulations on the championship.
Claim you want the women's game to grow, and then you keep the most popular girl in women's basketball off the team. How do you grow internationally and domestically if you don't put her on the U.S. team? It just makes the most sense. Sometimes you have to say, hey guys, this is bigger than the game, which it is.
Her three-point shooting overall, her flair for testing her range every night and knowing that the other team's going to try to take it away. And she's fearless. No shot is a bad shot, and when you can shoot it as well as she can. She just adds another element of surprise that you can't really game plan for because it's so kind of just unseen.
41 points, 7 rebounds, and 12 assists. How you guard somebody like that?
You can't. I mean, it's crazy. 40 and 12, like scoring and then getting everybody involved. What she's doing is unbelievable.
How you guard somebody who not only is a threat that far away from the basket, but can actually get by you and can finish around the rim? That just creates problems.
At the beginning of the game, she was just driving to the basket. She was getting layup after layup. And so at some point, the defender that's guarding her way out on the perimeter because they don't want her to shoot threes is going to sag off and be like, okay, I'm just going to stop. I'm not going to let her just keep driving by me. She was dribbling with her left, and then she was using her hang dribble just to read if she was going to be able to blow by her defender or not. And she was just doing step backs and side steps and dribbling in the lane, dribbling back out, and then shooting threes. But it started with her getting to the basket, getting some layups, getting easy ones, getting some and ones to start the game. Like, you could tell that she had a plan on what she was doing all night.
She was always leading that. She always had the ball in her hand. Everybody was playing off of her. She just commanded the whole game. I was like, who the hell is this? She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country. I was like, oh, damn. I see it now. Like, you know,
right.
Like when you walk in and you don't even know who anybody is, and they just be like, yo, that's the best player in the country right there. It's just like, yo, that hit you out of nowhere. Like, let me really focus in on her. They showing some stuff out there, like,
from a skill standpoint and creativity standpoint that is just like, it's hard to deny that.
Hey there. Today, we're diving into something that's creating a lot of buzz, both on and off the court, NBA players' reactions to Caitlin Clark. If you're even a little tuned into basketball, you've probably heard Caitlin Clark's name making waves across sports media. From her fearless gameplay to her record-breaking stats, Caitlin has gained attention not just from fans, but from top NBA stars as well. Let's break down how some of the biggest NBA players reacted to her performances, her style, and what her presence means for the future of basketball. 1. Caitlin Clark's rise, why the NBA is taking notice. First, let's set the stage. Caitlin Clark has been redefining what's possible in women's college basketball. Standing out for her electrifying three-point shots, impressive scoring averages, and leadership on the court, Caitlin quickly caught the attention of basketball enthusiasts worldwide. In an era where women's sports are finally beginning to receive the spotlight they deserve, Caitlin's emergence as a top scorer and leader is impossible to ignore. NBA players, who know the grind and the glory of elite basketball, can't help but recognize her talent. Many NBA stars, from Steph Curry to LeBron James, have publicly commented on her skill, style, and the grit she brings to the game. When Caitlin led her team to significant victories with her high-scoring games, NBA players took to social media, showing admiration and even a bit of amazement. To them, Caitlin isn't just another player. She's someone breaking barriers and setting new standards in women's basketball. The combination of her skill set, court vision, and passion aligns with what top NBA players respect in the sport. 2. Steph Curry's reaction, a splash sister in the making. One of the most notable NBA players to react to Caitlin Clark's game is Steph Curry. Known as one of the best shooters in NBA history, Curry couldn't help but notice Caitlin's shooting skills, often drawing comparisons between her shooting style and his own. Fans have even dubbed Caitlin the female Steph Curry for her shooting range and precision. So, what does the king of three-pointers himself have to say? Steph tweeted out his admiration for Caitlin during one of her standout games, where she effortlessly drained multiple three-pointers from well beyond the arc. He even joked about wanting her to join the Splash Brothers, hinting at his respect for her skills. To have a legend like Steph acknowledge Caitlin's talent speaks volumes about her impact on the game. Curry, who revolutionized the NBA with his three-point shooting, sees a similar spark in Caitlin that he himself brought to the game years ago. His response was a mix of admiration and a bit of lighthearted envy, as he knows the grind it takes to make those deep shots look easy. This comparison by Curry not only acknowledges her talent, but also validates the skill level required to compete at her caliber. 3. LeBron James, the King's words of encouragement. Another NBA superstar who has shown support for Caitlin Clark is none other than LeBron James. Known for his versatility and leadership, LeBron values players who can not only score but also elevate the entire team. When Caitlin posted one of her highest-scoring games, LeBron posted on Instagram with a shout-out to her. LeBron's reaction didn't just focus on her scoring ability. He highlighted her basketball IQ and court vision, noting that she brings a level of maturity and awareness to the game that's rare, even among professional players. LeBron often speaks out about the importance of mentorship and growth in sports, and he mentioned in an interview that he respects the drive and resilience Caitlin brings to the court. This recognition from LeBron emphasizes how Caitlin's game isn't just about the points she scores. It's her leadership, her understanding of team dynamics, and her intense work ethic that are drawing attention from one of the NBA's most respected players. LeBron's words serve as encouragement and a reminder that her influence on the court transcends the scoreboard. 4. Kevin Durant's approval. She's got that killer instinct. Kevin Durant, known for his competitive edge and scoring prowess, has also chimed in with his thoughts on Caitlin Clark. Durant has always admired players who aren't afraid to take risks, and Caitlin's fearless approach to basketball caught his eye. In a tweet, Durant praised her killer instinct and determination, comparing it to the mindset needed to succeed in the NBA. Durant, who has dealt with intense criticism for his moves on and off the court, respects Caitlin's confidence. He pointed out that her willingness to take the big shots and play through intense pressure shows that she's built for the big stage. Durant sees a bit of himself in Caitlin, especially in her willingness to be bold and carry her team when it matters most. This endorsement from Durant highlights Caitlin's mental toughness, something often undervalued in sports. When a high-stakes player like Durant recognizes her grit, it's a testament to how her competitive nature is pushing boundaries in women's basketball. 5. Damian Lillard's take, a future star with limitless range. Damian Lillard, the Portland Trail Blazers star known for his range and clutch performances, has also praised Caitlin Clark. Lillard, often compared to Curry for his long-range shooting abilities, tweeted about Caitlin's impressive range and scoring consistency. He sees her as a player with a limitless range and pointed out how she can pull off shots that many NBA players struggle with. Lillard's reaction speaks to the technical skill Caitlin brings to the game. As someone who's experienced firsthand the challenges of shooting from deep, Lillard's admiration shows that Caitlin's talent goes beyond raw athleticism. He emphasized how Caitlin's confidence in taking those long-range shots is a rare quality and one that separates good players from great ones. 6. Trae Young, recognizing Caitlin's crafty playmaking. Trae Young, the Atlanta Hawks guard known for his skillful playmaking and scoring prowess, has been vocal about his admiration for Caitlin Clark's impressive basketball IQ. As a player who himself embodies creativity on the court, Trae couldn't help but notice Caitlin's unique ability to not only score, but also to set up her teammates for success. When Trae tweeted about Caitlin's game, he highlighted her knack for reading defenses, her impressive court vision, and the way she controls the tempo, all of which are hallmarks of a seasoned point guard. To Trae, Caitlin's style represents a refreshing blend of scoring ability combined with a selfless, team-centered approach that makes her an impactful and enjoyable player to watch. He's particularly impressed with her natural playmaking instincts, the way she uses her dribbling and passing skills to manipulate defenses, find open teammates, and open up opportunities that may not be obvious to others. In many ways, Caitlin's play style reflects the essence of a true floor general, a quality that Trae himself embodies and respects. Trae sees in her a rising star who not only has the scoring potential, but also the intelligence and leadership required to elevate her team's performance as a whole. Caitlin's understanding of spacing, timing, and her teammates' positioning on the floor reflects a maturity beyond her years. To Trae and other elite playmakers, it's this combination of skill and strategic thinking that makes her not only a standout, but a force in the making. Caitlin's play resonates with Trae, as they both share a vision for the game that goes beyond individual points, striving to bring out the best in their teams. 7. The broader impact of NBA players reacting to Caitlin Clark. NBA players' reactions to Caitlin Clark go beyond mere admiration. They signify a broader shift in the way women's basketball is viewed. For years, women's sports have been overshadowed by men's leagues, but players like Caitlin are helping bridge that gap. The acknowledgement and praise from NBA stars validate the hard work, talent, and passion within women's basketball, setting a new precedent for respect and recognition. These reactions from the NBA's top talent help elevate Caitlin and, by extension, women's basketball to a level where it's celebrated for skill, strategy, and excitement. When elite athletes recognize and support one another, regardless of league, it fosters a sense of unity in the basketball community. Caitlin's influence isn't just a win for her, but for all women athletes striving for respect and recognition. 8. Caitlin Clark's future, NBA players' hopes and predictions. As Caitlin's career progresses, NBA players' hopes and predictions for her future are also beginning to shape up. Many believe she could redefine the boundaries of women's basketball, making it more competitive and exciting to watch. Players like Curry, LeBron, and Durant hope that Caitlin's success will inspire young girls to pursue basketball, knowing they too can have the skill and confidence to go head-to-head with the best. NBA players' reactions suggest they see Caitlin not just as a standout in women's sports, but as a trailblazer who could inspire a generation of future stars. The influence of these NBA reactions to Caitlin Clark demonstrates that basketball is becoming a truly global game, with talent recognized and celebrated regardless of gender or league. From Steph Curry's admiration for her three-point game to LeBron's respect for her leadership and Durant's appreciation for her competitive drive, Caitlin Clark has officially caught the attention of some of the biggest names in the NBA. NBA players' reactions to Caitlin Clark are more than just casual comments. They're a recognition of her influence, talent, and the shift she's bringing to women's basketball. Caitlin's story is far from over, and as she continues to rise, the world of basketball watches with excitement, respect, and high hopes for what she'll achieve next.